Hello everyone, it's Mish here and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, thanks for stopping by. I hope you come back again. And for all of you who are continuing to support me, thank you so much. It's much appreciated. Today is another day of the Margarete Miller Collage Challenge. If you're not familiar with it, it is a challenge that goes the whole year. It's a weekly collage that has a number of prompts for each week. The prompt list was created by Margarete Miller, and the list can be found on her Etsy shop, which is Mellow Miller. So we are on week 32. If you haven't seen my previous collages, they are all in a playlist on my channel under Margarete Miller 2024. I get confused sometimes, my gosh. So this is week 32, and the prompts are a cake or dessert, an instrument with keys, a flying insect, polka dots, a flag, and bonus is a piece of ribbon. So I think I've got them all, actually. I was going to say I think I got most of them, but I think I have them all. So I'm going to start with this little polka dot piece of paper, and I'm just going to get this down somewhere here. And then I have a piece of I think I got this in one of the kits or something, and it has a flying insect, which of course is the butterfly. So I thought this would be good just kind of as some background paper as well. So I thought I would just get that down and get started. And I'm not exactly sure where, but it's too late. It's there now. And then the flag that I found was the French flag, and I was just looking through some images, and I thought that was a cool image with the hot air balloons and the French flag flying. But I felt that it needed a little bit of a frame around it. So if you are familiar with my collages, I do like to put borders and frames and lots of layers in my collage. So at the beginning of the year, I just wanted to create a book that at the end of the year, I just really loved going through it. And so far, I really do like my pages. There's some that I think afterwards, oh, I should have raised that or, done something differently. But I think it all blends in quite well. So I'm just going to put that there, and then I just saved a little space underneath there for my prompt to go in later. And then I found this, I had stamped this onto just something, and I found that in my scraps, and I thought that would go well. And I also just found some other little scraps of paper in my scrap bin, and I thought I could make use of those, because the other two images that I have are ones with insects. So there's a ladybird there, and there's a couple butterflies, and I really liked those images, so I thought that I could get those down, but I wasn't exactly sure where. The instrument that I'm using is a typewriter, and the typewriter has been used as a musical instrument. It is a percussion, so I kind of thought that was cool to get a typewriter. It's also an instrument to write with, so I'm kind of thinking that I want maybe this about like that. And the reason I'm pulling that in is just the black and white. The dessert or cake or dessert is the French Macaron. This is an advertisement from something. So I also went and I just punched out a little circle that I can just stick on there, just to cover that 62% off. So I thought that would look cute there. And then the other bits is the ribbon. So I've got a bunch of ribbon here that I'm going to make use in some way here. But what are we going to do? I guess I don't really need that, probably, because I don't really think the typewriter, I think that would be all right. Yeah, I don't think that really belongs there. The other images I looked at is I had some other macarons. And I was kind of going to go with that. But then I saw that little one and I just felt that it just went better. And then I had some other typewriter images. So I had this one here. Oh no, cash register. Because that could be percussion as well, because the keys, that's the old-fashioned one. And then there's another typewriter there. So I had a few images that I've also got this cake. See, this had some polka dots and the cake. I might go with that. I'm not sure. But for now, what I think I'll do is just tack them down sort of where I want them. So I'm kind of thinking that I'll have that one there. And then that way I can tuck something underneath them. Then I want that one just a little bit higher. Offset just a bit. And then I'm thinking that I might want to cut out this typewriter. And I like at the bottom it says, P.S. I love you. I thought that was nice. So we should be reminded to love and love ourselves. Okay, so just not sure if that's going to ruin it or not, but no, I actually like that better. Okay, so then I'm just going to tack this little ad down, maybe there, and then we'll get the typewriter down, and then we'll layer things in behind. Actually, I'm not sure, because I was thinking that I wanted this kind of tucked in there to cover those words, and that's kind of polka dotty. So I kind of thought to put that kind of in there. And then with this old scraggly thing, the thing is I'm going to be using ribbon too. Oops. I think maybe I just want to cover those words too. Right there. But I don't think that's going to be long enough. Then I can also use, let's see how this will look. If I put that there, and I put that, yeah, I think that'll work. Oh, I just want to get this down. And actually, I don't even need all of that. I can cut that bit off. And then I'll go and see how I can fix the ribbons in. Oh, Chester's now making a move. He's just jumped off the craft table, and any minute now he'll come around and want something. So there, no, I don't think that's a good spot for that. But I don't really want to cover up that butterfly. What if we go a little bit higher? Well, what would that look like about there? It's going there. I think that's a bit crooked. That's okay. And I kind of like this cake, to be honest. That was just, I don't know where I got that at, but I'm kind of thinking to put that just to strip up the side. I was just out in the garden and I noticed on my roses were these beetle things that were eating the leaves and they were yucky. So I have this soap that I put on, that I can put on stuff, and I came in and apparently they're Japanese beetles. And I only saw those ones, but they're giving me the creeps. I think I kind of like that there. So that's where it's going. My lilies, though, are doing awesome. Yeah, I kind of like that there. Okay, so that's where everything's going down. I don't really like that because it's crooked, but I'll put a piece of ribbon there, I guess. So I'm just going to tack some of this down because I'm now going to go And I'm going to use the ribbon kind of as a bit of how I would use washi, I guess. Is sometimes I use it to act as a divider or border. So I'm going to do that. Not sure about that typewriter there. As far as the placement goes, I like the image. Okay, so we got most of that tacked down now. So I've got this purple ribbon, which I think is lush, and then I just happened to find in my stash a bit of pink too. And then I just have some royal purple and some pink, and then I have some sheer purpley, and I also have like a lighter purple. So I kind of think I like that there. It doesn't really fit there, but I think it fits there, or at least there. So I'm going to cut a piece of that. And I think that's going to go there. And then I have a bit of the pink one, which I think I'll put down here as sort of an extension from there, from that little bit of ribbon. And it'll hide that crooked bit of... So I kind of like that. That's looking okay. And then I have this sheer ribbon, but you wouldn't see it, but you would if I put it alongside there. I'm not sure how that would look. So let's, or on that side. Oh, I think it would look good on that side. So let's cut a piece of that and see about how that would look there. Okay. And then let's get those out of the way. So then we have this little bit of pink ribbon, which I really like. And I'm thinking a little bit just at the top there. Here he comes. He was in the window watching a cat fight just a minute ago. Out in the yard. Okay, and then I would just like a little bit of this darker purple. Maybe just to go, but it would clash with that color. Maybe just a little bit at the top there. Or just along the side. Or maybe nowhere. But it's so rich and lovely that I really like it. What if I just cut a little piece and then set it down? Okay. So it could work kind of there. It doesn't really show up on the video, I don't think. What if I put that there? No. That definitely needs to go there. So I'm going to get that tacked down. I'm just going to use a little bit of Fabri-Tac. And I think I will shorten it to right there. Okay, and this takes a minute to come out of the bottle. It's a lovely, cool evening tonight. So I went out and I watered my flowers. I usually do most of my work in the mornings, but I just kind of felt like coming in tonight. So I went out and I did my watering, and that's when I noticed those creepy beetles. And another thing that happened the other day, I was telling you that my lilies in the spring, I was telling you way back in the spring, that the lilies had these red lily beetles, and they were munching on the leaves, and I really didn't know that until I Googled, like, what's eating my lilies, and then I looked closely and I could see these beetles. I don't know why I never saw them before, but so I was diligent in getting out there and getting them picked off, and so I kept looking, and there wasn't any more, so I then was just kind of not looking. And then I went out there a couple days ago. I think that looks better. No. So I went out there a couple days ago, and what did I see but a beetle, one of those red beetles, and I was thinking, gosh, I thought I got them all, because I hadn't seen them for weeks and weeks, so I don't know if that came from somebody else's garden or they just it was just in the soil. I'm not sure. But when I went to get one, it dropped off on the ground, and of course they turn upside down and I couldn't see it. So I then looked closer and I could see that there was another one. So I got that one. And then I kept looking for a couple days and there's been nothing. However, the night, I think it was last evening, or the evening, yeah, it was last evening, that I was sitting in my chair watching television and I just felt something on my arm, like just a little bit of an itch. So I just kind of itched, and then it didn't go away. And then I went and touched it and I was like, oh God, it's one of those lily beetles. So I managed to squish it, but it kind of freaked me out only because it was indoors. Like, I don't know why, but it just did. So then I went to sleep and I woke up in the night because I had this dream that these giant lily beetles were after me. And I woke up sweating, all out, discombobulated. And that's how it affected me, that lily beetle. But now I've been looking, I mean, my lilies, I'm going to try to show some pictures here when I finish. Well, by the time you see this, I might have already done it. But I want to get back to my garden journal now that my July junk journal series is done. I want to do some more in my garden journal because I haven't really been journaling in it. Okay, so I'm kind of thinking that I want this to go there. Some little polka dot paper. And I kind of like the ribbon because there's dots too. And I thought that that was kind of cool. Let's see. Yeah, like something like that. But I might just cut that. I'm not sure. Sometimes I like these wonky angles. And I'm kind of liking that. Although I could cut it shorter. Or I could cut it at an angle. I could pull it down a little bit. Like so. Deliberations. I kind of like that, and then I could put a butterfly or something on it, on the end where it's a bit wonky. Like so. Okay. So I think I've got those elements down. So I wanted to go to my stickers, and I have a pad, this one, that is insects. So a flying insect. So there's all kinds of ones in here. But I thought I would... The other thing that I picked up at Michael's, I got this 40% off, and I think it was $11.99, but it's just a bunch of butterflies. And I'm thinking I like that. And I'm thinking, I sometimes don't like the white. These are weird. The white border around it. But I think I'm okay with that. Oh yeah, that looks good. And then, did we want another one? Or kind of thinking that I'd like a dragonfly. And that would be an ode to you, dragonfly. And I think there's dragonflies. Oh, there's a dragonfly there. I wonder if there's a bigger one. There's those etched ones. I thought this was a pretty good... This was a Michael's thing too. And I think it's good value for money. But I thought there was more dragonflies in this one. It's not. there's that one there. How would that look? I think it would be, you wouldn't see it. It wouldn't stand out because I just don't think that it would. I want something kind of colorful for there. There was just all these sirens going down the road. I don't know what that was all about. And that one's just too small. Okay, so maybe I'll go back to these stickers and just put another one of these, like a big one of these. But it's got to kind of blend in. That kind of blends in because the purples are dark purple. Let's see what else is in here. Wow, there's that one. That one's kind of fantastic. Wow, look at those long things. Or I like this one too. I like how big that is. Although it takes up most of the page, so I think that might be a little bit too big. Well, that's an idea there. I think I should have been more prepared. I feel like I'm wasting your time. I could. What I think I'll do, I'm going to go away because I'm starting to get a bit stressed out, and I'll be right back to finish it off. Okay, so it took a while, but I'm back, and I found some things that I thought. I did add another little piece of ribbon there, and then I don't know, it just didn't seem to be coming together in my mind. So I just went away and looked at some of the bits that I had in my stash and thought, well, let's just tart it up a bit. So that's what I'm doing. So I'm just putting that. Isn't showing up that well on there. That's better on the video, but that's showing up a lot better there. And these are those washy kind of stickers, so they're a little bit translucent anyway. But I just found that I needed to add things, and I wanted to add like a dragonfly or something else, but I really couldn't find an image that suited. That wasn't sort of a butterfly. And I did have this already peeled back. This was giving me a hard time. There we go. Yeah, so it is what it is, and I forgot that I had got a bunch of other stickers, so I was looking through there, and that's what I found. Getting a bit tired. As it's now, I think it's 9 o'clock at night. It's dark out anyway, so it must be around 9 o'clock. And I wasn't sure where I wanted that, but it's down now. And then, lastly, if this isn't enough, I just wanted something to draw it together a little bit more. I really liked this label sticker because it says a ticket, and it's almost like your ticket to ride. But this spread is the ode to the butterfly. And I'm going to use my typewriter to write an ode. But I just thought, just to pull it together a little bit more, I just wanted to just do a little bit of my favorite, one of my favorites. I got lots of favorite stamps. But just to get a little bit of that coffee kind of stain effect. And I'm just using my vintage photo. And I got a glare, just another little one there. And I think that's it for this one. We definitely got all the elements. So I'm going to call it quits now. And I'm just going to say thank you for stopping by. Hope you stop by again, even though I seem a little bit discombobulated right now. And until we do meet again, I hope you stay safe and well, and bye for now.